Hi there, it's Jan here, and in today's session I'm going to show you how to hit perfect forehand in 3 steps. So 3 steps for the perfect forehand. Before I get into the particular steps, which I'm going to base on my PLB Tennis Method, because I use my PLB Tennis Method every time I coach and every time I work with my players. Before we get into the steps, there is a one before step, let's say, and that's the grip. So let's say, because before I start getting into how to use the body, how to use the legs and everything, you really need to start understanding which grip you want to have. So if I'm gonna have, let's say, the continental grip, yeah, I'm not going to be able, this is like 80s, 90s, I'm not going to be able to have much spin, but I'm going to be able to hit quite flat and quite nice through the ball, yeah? So in this aspect, the moment I start turning to the right, yeah, basically I start closing the racket a bit more, now we're going to have basically more and more spin. If I would go all the way there, which is the western, right? If I would go all the way there, if it would be too closed here, let me know again in the comments the grip that you use. But basically what I want to say in today's session is you want to, in order to have a perfect forehand, you don't want to have too much spin, because if you have too much spin, only spin, then you're not going to penetrate the ball, you're not going to have enough power. On the other way, the contrary, if you're going to have too much power without spin, that is going to lead into overhitting. So you want to be somewhere in between. So I do recommend to use semi-western grip. Yeah? That's what I use also, that's what Djokovic uses, let's say. With this grip, you are perfectly fine to hit through and at the same time have enough spin that's going to bring the ball in. Yeah, because we don't need to be too much like Rafa Nadal, so we can be, and on the other side we don't want to be too much like Federer, because that one you're gonna struggle a little bit with the spin. It is possible to hit a nice spin with the Federer grip, but again, I recommend semi-western grip. So you're gonna have a semi-western grip, slightly closed racket here. Yeah, I always say this kind of almost 45 degrees angle, more or less. Yeah, I'm here, and then I can hit nice forehand, and I have loads of spin, loads of control, and at the same time enough power because I'm still going through the ball. Huh? So that's just before we start. And now we're going to get into it. Step 1, you want to have balanced position. You need to start always with a well-balanced position. So what I mean with a well-balanced position, again, is we want to be like this. Slightly bent, yeah? On the way forward, I'll show you from a side. Slightly on the way forward, not too much upright like this. You want to be like if you were skiing. So I always say to my players, skiing position. So that's the skiing position when you see Sinner, Djokovic, all of them. Alcaraz also here, yeah? But most of the pros, they always start down here, slightly bent position, because they want to feel the balance. So now I have a balanced position. This is very crucial. You can also see how I'm holding the racket. I'm not having racket down here. I'm not having racket too much up, somewhere between. This is fine. Yeah? Close to my body, slightly upwards. You don't want to be too much like this. Just about here, slightly bend the arms, not too straight, not too close again. Yeah? All this is part of the position. So you want to have a balanced position, because from this position, when you're going to do the split step after, that's going to determine how well you get into that hitting position. Because now I'm in the preparation position, guy's going to hit, split step, and then I have to move. So the step 2 is how well you use your legs in regarding the movement around the court. And also, so we have the step 1, the preparation position. Now I'm going to be doing the split step. Yeah? The moment my opponent hits the ball, so I'm doing a split step. Now I'm moving, so this is super important how well you move, and at the same time how much distance you keep, because you are getting into the position, but you cannot get too close. So you have to be able, so basically the step 2 is how well you are able to use your legs in order to get from the point A into the point B. Huh? So I'm getting from point A, legs, hop, point B, and now I would have again that balanced position, but this is a different position now already, yeah? Because we're getting into the power position. So now this is important. But as you see, I'm trying to stay as low as possible. Yeah? Also, some players moving like this, bouncing around a little bit. Like let's say Alcaraz, he's more like this, hop, hop, hop. But then he goes down also. Yeah, just before he gets into that hitting phase. So I'm here, hop, hop, hop. Now I'm getting again that power position here. And as you see, with it comes the body rotation. Yeah? So we have a 1, balanced position in the beginning. Number 2, how well we're using the legs into getting into the position. Yeah. Also with it will come, this is the 2B, let's say, point 2B, because now I have this position, and I have to start initiating coming from those legs. Yeah, I'm going to be coming from those legs, releasing those legs, And then number 3, I'm gonna start adding the body into it. So we have the number 2, let's say we are here, break it down, number 2. Yeah? We have the balance position now. I'm sideways on already. Let's say I have a semi-open stance, yeah? Because I really want to go for it now. But you have to be really sideways now. This is so important. You have to always turn. Many times I see also players, they go like this, and they're like this. They are not turned, and then at the end they try to turn, and it's too late. So this turn happens simultaneously as you move. You take in the racket, and also if you can support the racket with your left arm, even better. Yeah? So I'm going here, hop, because then I'm actually resting this arm. This one is turning, so I'm turning the upper part of my body, I'm coiling, yeah? Hop, hop. I'm there, now I'm getting that power position. Then I will be finishing the backswing, coming from those legs. And the step 3 is how well you use the body. How well you put your body into it, which is connected with basically we have the knees, hips, shoulder, and then the arm at the end. And remember, I always say the arm is at the end, really, the arm is just at the end. It's the last step. It's the last step. The contact point is the last step. So how well you do all these 3 steps before that actual contact point, that's what's going to determine if you're going to be able to hit perfect forehand or not. And obviously, between these steps, there is so many little details. As I said before, correct distance, super important. I would say one of the most important factors is how well you are placed between the ball and your body. Yeah, this is so important. This is, I would say, number 1, which you can also see there's a link up here, my session from the last week, so you can check it out there also, how to fix the distance on the forehand. This is fundamental, yeah? But we're gonna go through again these steps. So I have a balance position in the beginning, step 1, yeah? Using the legs perfectly, effectively, staying down, getting into position, step 2, yeah? Getting the balance position now on the power position, coming from the legs, using the upper part of your body into the ball, yeah? And always going into the ball. You want to put weight of your body, that's what I mean with the step 3, into the ball, and then at the end is the arm. Is hitting the ball and just enjoying it. I'm gonna show you a few shots now, I'm hitting it, and I'm gonna talk while I'm hitting. So now I'm gonna show you here a few shots while I'm hitting, and I'm gonna try to comment as it goes. So now I have that step 1, balance position. I'm trying to hold it as long as possible. And then I'm gonna be getting into that position and basically trying to get that power position as early as I can, and then to release from the legs and from the body, everything into the ball. Split step, position, into the ball. And again. Split step, power position, into the ball. Split step, position, into the ball. More from the legs. Split step, position, into the ball. Position, release. And again, position, release. That one felt nice. Position, and always trying to stay low, because if I go up too much, then I'm hitting the net. So down, up, into the ball. That one felt nice. Down, into the ball. Down, and I'm going into the ball from the legs and from the whole body. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That one was nice. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That one felt super good. So as you could see, you can also do this exercise on your own. All you need is a ball machine or somebody to feed you, and you're focusing 1, 2, 3 steps. You can also download my Tennis Fit app. It's loaded with self-training exercises, ball machine exercises, and it's going to be massively beneficial into your game. Once you master these 3 steps on your forehand, I guarantee you, you're going to take your tennis from here up to here. So I hope you enjoyed this session. Do let me know in the comments what you think about this session, and also what other things you struggle with. I'm uploading every week, so I'm gonna try to address one of your issues that you're struggling with. And also, if you want to learn much more about the forehand, make sure to check out my free forehand masterclass. There is a link somewhere below. And very lastly, if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification button. Feel free to share with your tennis friend who can also benefit from my tennis training sessions, from my videos, and from everything that I upload to my channel. Now I'm going back on course to practice my forehand. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna look forward to see you next week for more.